Hey, what's up guys? Chris here. So, did Adam and Eve have navels? Now, the reason why I decided to make a video on this is because someone I know posted this picture, and it was supposed to be portraying Adam and Eve, and it looked like it was painted from Renaissance era or sometime around then. And they were saying, basically, they have belly buttons, so think about that. Take as much time as you need. That actually said that. And people were acting as though those pictures were showing then that Adam and Eve weren't the first humans then, because a navel is made after the umbilical cord is detached after birth. And as you know, the umbilical cord is what gives the baby nutrients. It's attached to the mother while it's still inside the womb, and that's how it's getting the nutrients. So, but the thing is, when I saw that picture, I was thinking, and I said this, and the person agreed with me that they were wrong at first. You see, those pictures, that whoever painted them had to have used models to depict them, to depict Adam and Eve, because Adam and Eve would have been dead and decayed by that time. The paintings were painted thousands of years after they would have been alive. So, and after that time, they would be decayed by then, so you can't even look at their dead body to try to form paintings from it. And anyways, I was saying, and if there were paintings from that time when they were still alive, they would have been destroyed in the Noah's flood, because everything was destroyed except for Noah and his family on the ark and two of every animal. So, I said that it made no sense to try to use that as an argument that, therefore, because the painting painted thousands of years later had Adam and Eve with navels, or what were supposed to be Adam and Eve with navels, that meant that they weren't the first humans. That, I pointed that out. But now, the question is, did Adam and Eve have navels then? And because if God created them, he could have created them with navels. But let's take a moment to think about this, and I'll leave a link in the description talking about this more. The Bible does not say that yes, they had navels, or no, they didn't have navels. That's not really a major point that it needed to make. But we can take the information we have, knowledge that we have, and apply it to this and determine which would be most logical. Now, as I've already said, the navel is formed after the umbilical cord is detached from the baby. And the umbilical cord is attached to the mother while the baby is still inside the womb to provide nutrients. So since Adam was created from the dust of the ground and Eve from Adam's side, there would be no reason to have a navel, because they weren't inside of a mother to be born. They weren't needing nutrients. They were created as adults already. So there was no reason to have a navel. So it's most logical that they didn't have it, because if they were made with that, then they would have the false impression that they were born, and it just wouldn't make sense to them. And so it seems most logical for God to have created them without navels, so then as they're having offspring, it would be clear that they were created by God. Their children would know that. It's not a unclear subject for them. So most logically, no, Adam and Eve did not have navels. And these paintings of them thousands of years later, they don't portray them. We don't read about that in the Bible. So when I see those paintings, I'm thinking, so why are you using that as an argument? That's not in the Bible at all. So that's not really, it's irrelevant. That was what I'm probably going to say. So yeah, I answered that question. And still, if you see that picture, point out that that was painted thousands of years later and would have had to have used models to depict them. And it's not said in the Bible that they had navels or didn't have navels. So So that's all I wanted to say on this subject. Again, I'm going to leave a link in the description from Answers in Genesis talking about this. So be sure to check that out. Have an awesome day, and God bless you.